So I'm hoping the mic can hear me. I'm not gonna be looking at it because looking at you is looking at the mic, but hopefully you can hear me well. But here's the tour. So this is the waterfall I almost fell off in this video right here. There is a river that runs through this. This is a reservoir, and this is kind of just runoff from our mountains. It pools down here. This is one of the many locations where it pools. This is where I almost fell off right here. Is I was walking and you could see like that's nasty water. That's mossy, and this was mossy and it had water running over it, and I went woo, and I kind of just slid that way and like slipped back and like tilted back, and then I kept going. If we go this way, we're just gonna follow the riverbed. We have airsofted here for a long time, and we as in I and anyone I invite, and so I know the place like the back of my hand. I know where all the good spots are. You kind of have like this nest back here. A lot of the times you'll see these hills, and they are man-made from a long time ago when they had to dig this out. It is a natural river flow, but they had to redirect it for that. And you can see little holes in the tree line where you can just go up into the trees. And then you got the center area, which I'm sure if you've seen my videos, you know exactly where we are. This is a little dam when the water's flowing. I'll have to record when the water flows again. They generally don't let it down until late in the season. So update at our airsofting spot. We play at like the base of two mountains and then one up the middle. And so right now we have a crap ton of snow up there, turning our river higher and higher. And it looks like we got crews here that have opened up the river, because this used to be just like, it would just be a flat trail and it'd kind of go down this way. And you could see it would go down that way, it'd go down this way, and it would just pool all over this. So we'd have to dance around like river, streams, ponds. It was pretty crazy. And then I didn't know this. They just recently came in here and dug all this out so that the river could actually flow and go to where it's going. I'll show you. They also fixed the bridge where you cross, so that's nice. All this right here used to be mounds of like gravel. This was also mounds of gravel right here. All this right here used to be a pond, or in the winter when they don't need it contained. But way up there, that is Mount Timpanogos. So the water from there runs down here, as well as other canyons surrounding this area. But you can see like all this dirt has been pushed up. That goes up and then down in. So it's a really good place to airsoft, I feel like, because you got plenty of tree lines. You've got plenty of dead man zones in the center where there's like no cover. You've got a center cover area, and all of this right here is essentially a floodplain when there's water. If there's too much, it'll flood the whole bottom of this. But currently, as you can see, there's no water. This center area, a bunch of trees that you can go through. A lot of times I dive in there because airsoft is really hard to penetrate all these bushes. But yeah, you can see that it's a really great location. I love it. And the only downside is it is a public park. So you'll have hikers, bikers, dogs, horses, because we're right next to a canyon. But for the most part, we're good, and we always pause whenever we see them. We call a timeout. I never leave it in my videos because why would everyone want to sit there and watch that? But it's kind of where we're at with that. So yeah, you have this whole center tree line, this open floodplain, and you can see more of these little that go up and then they go down, as you can see. And I'm sure there's a camera effect that's kind of throwing this. But yeah, there used to be a tree house right here. Some goons made it. Props to them, whatever. We found dead rabbits down there. Somebody took a poo right here. And there's just like micro trails through all these trees. And so it makes it really great for airsoft, because not everything's open, but there is open spots. And we love these because they're essentially just trenched hills. But then you have spots like this where it's just like a mini cove you can go in. There is a lot of barbed wire right here along this ridge line, but that's something all the players know about. And then this is the ridge up here. We don't play down in there. And you can see that's turd covered toilet paper. It's kind of the downsides to the public park, as well as we are in Utah. So a big problem we have are rattlesnakes, and I haven't recorded any on the channel, but the last airsoft overnighter we did have a pretty big rattlesnake presence, and not a fan of that. But it is cooling down. It's sitting in the 80s now, so Shouldn't see too much of them anymore. Right here, I don't know if I have the video, if I posted it, or if I deleted it. And this tree's been here for a while. It's been dead for quite a while. And I just tore and cut that piece. It used to stretch out across here and it made a bunch of noise with these other branches. It's now currently right there, all the way down there. So kind of getting there right here. But we had a deadfall tree that it used to stand right here. That's kind of why there's an opening right here. It hung and then fell, and it hung across the trail probably about here. If I were to crouch down and put the camera on the ground, it's pretty high up there. But that's it. You either had to like awkwardly kind of get your leg up over, or you had to go under, and it was just like in an awkward height. So we cut that down. Half of it is burned, the other, like the top half, is up there. But we've had a couple videos up here on this ridge, and this is just kind of our home location. This is where we like to reset to. And we have another place that we call Battle Creek that we play at, and we also play on a mountain called Brush Mountain. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty great location just for what we have, and it's pretty close to home. Not same city, but pretty close. But yeah, we just did a whole loop. This will drop us back down to where I started the tour video. And you can see there's like nests that you can go in. I don't know if the camera's showing it well enough. And there's these massive trees. Like, the GoPro is in ultra mode right now, so it doesn't look that big, but this is my hand. It is a disgustingly large tree. Not disgustingly, we love big trees. It's just really big is what I'm saying. And then you have these really thick groves that like nothing can shoot through unless you have a CO2 shotgun like me, which is super fun in this because everyone thinks they're safe through like small amounts of cover. No. There's actually a video where I sniped a guy that was in this brush right here from that. There's like a center bush right there. I was like behind it and out to the side a little bit, and I shot someone through all of this with my CO2 shotgun. And I kind of hyped it up a little too much, and it was anticlimactic. But anyway, looks like some people have been in here. They're making this into like a wiki up or something, because this used to be like open up to the trees, but I guess somebody's like putting a roof in it. But that used to be a trail right there too, so someone's definitely playing around in here, which is what happens. And there's a trail that goes up to that trail, and then there's a brush trail. You can cut through all this, and you can see clearly somebody's been here cutting all this. And that's kind of the downsides, is it's not a dedicated airsoft park. We are allowed. We've had the Department of Wildlife Resources out here. We have gotten in trouble before because my we'll say friend was shooting in the public parking lot, which is a no-no, and they said we have to be 100 yards from the parking lot, which we definitely are. But you can see, and it's kind of hard to describe and put it in perspective, but if I put the camera down, you might be able to tell just how tall that is. Probably not, but there's been times where I've like barreled across this straight, jumped up, and just dove, because if you go up this, you can see it kind of drops in, and so it's like the perfect peek out to shoot out here. And like, you could have the perfect defensible position as long as your head isn't exposed. And so it's just like a really nice spot. Like, you can see these little hidden ones. There was 3 of us once, and we all dove in here, and we had to put our heads down because we were getting shot at from over here. And it's just like really fun. We really love this spot, and we try to take care of it. I've led a couple of garbage reclamation projects here, as in me and a couple buddies, the Airsoft up here, and people that are a part of my church. We would come up here and pick up trash. We haven't done it in a while, granted, but anytime we're here, we're always picking up our trash because we like our park. We want to keep it clean. But that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully this video gets the attention it needs for Airsoft Overnighter 4, and hopefully it gets hyped up really well. And I'm hoping to do that for you guys because it's going to be so freaking fun. I love the idea we have here, and I really want a big community so that we can drive this effort together and turn this into a massive event, because I think it would be awesome. And if this goes big, like my channel goal says, at 10,000 subs, I'm making a chest-mounted M1919, which is a Browning machine gun from World War I that is kind of still in use today. Not really active duty military, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna have a swivel. It's gonna sit right here on my chest, and it's gonna be able to turn like this. And it's a mounted turret on my chest, so I'm just walking around like a juggernaut, just you know, like it would be so sick. And my dad is really good at fabricating things, so he's gonna help me make like a chest rig for it. And we're gonna have a counterbalance system on my back, and it's gonna be like a pintle mount so it can swivel. It's gonna have, like, I'm pretty sure the rounds is like 5,000 round mag, so it should be really cool. So hopefully I'll stick around so we can make this happen. Peace.